President Trump elected, all of us together are going to lift the curse off of this country, and we're going to send the globalists to prison.
We are all Alex Jones. Anybody who stands on their own and has the horrible idea that they might want to question the narrative. If you maybe had hesitation about getting the poke, or maybe you had hesitation about, if the Secret Service is doing a good job protecting President Trump. If you have some questions about maybe there's somebody out there pulling the strings that we don't really know, we're all Alex Jones. And yes, Alex Jones did make a mistake. Many years ago, he made a single mistake in his reporting, and they took everything from him. And who is they? Well, the government, the media, those that are in power. And last night, a judge has authorized the final days of Infowars, as he is now being forced to sell everything. Now, maybe the richest person in the world, Elon Musk, could buy Infowars. There's some hope for that. But this is a shocking news. Will this be the end? I don't know. I mean, Alex Jones could start something else, right? The Alex Jones Show, or, he still has a platform on Rumble and things of that nature. But let's get into everything we know right now. Just in, a judge has ordered the sale of Alex Jones' Infowars to pay the families whom he had an incorrect theory about. The mainstream media pushes lies every single day. Russiagate, China this, China that, Iran that, the Steele dossier that you weren't allowed to look at, WikiLeaks, all this kind of stuff. They've pushed that nonsense on Americans every single day, and not one of them, except for Gawker, which I think is back, has ever suffered anywhere near the financial penalty that was imposed in a sham trial, in my opinion, against Alex Jones of nearly $1.5 billion for a single story that led to a few yahoos making mean Facebook posts. I don't think that the families really ever even cared about it. I think somebody else got involved, just like the Tranifesto. I don't think the parents cared one way or another if it got released. But powers that be said, oh no, you've got to copyright this. This is a blueprint. This is dangerous. We've got to hide this. Why? Oh, because it has leftist ideology. To me, it's got a lot of the, mainstream, lamestream rhetoric. That's why they tried to hide it. That's my opinion. And for Alex Jones having an opinion that in one case was incorrect, they took everything from him. I don't know how many employees he has. I'm assuming it's somewhere north of 20 or 30. Dozens of people's livelihoods taken from them because Alex Jones said one thing wrong one time. Remember how we went to war for WMDs? And every mainstream media outlet told you that there were WMDs and that's why we had to go to war? Remember that? How many dead soldiers' parents sued the government for that lie? Actually, I assume some have. But how many newspapers got sued and shut down for perpetuating a lie? 0. And that led to Americans losing their lives in the desert. Okay? This is a single instance of the government just saying, nah, we don't like you. We're going to destroy your business. Infowars to be liquidated and auctioned off in just 30 days, with U.S. Bankruptcy Court Judge Christopher Lopez stating he will approve the auctions. People say, wouldn't it be funny if Elon Musk showed up, bought Infowars, and then just gave it back to Alex Jones? Yeah, that would be hilarious. Also, I mean, they can do Infowars. Alex has not been banned from Rumble. I assume, based on my limited understanding of business law, Alex Jones could simply start, info battles, right? And restart, build again. Alex Jones and people like Owen Shroyer and many others there are Infowars. It could go by a different name in the future. But the story here is the government getting involved. We've seen the lawfare that they've done to President Trump, obviously, right? We've seen how they move. We've seen what they do. We've seen how, in my opinion, they just let some 20-year-old kid infiltrate Secret Service and get a clear shot at him. We've seen all that. We've seen how they move. We've seen when they want you gone, what they're willing to do. Alex Jones' cameras, mics, Infowars show, and vitamin site. Everything. Everything he owns will now be for sale at auction. Alex Jones' Infowars show is likely to be shut down within the next few months after a federal bankruptcy judge ruled Tuesday that plans to sell off assets of Jones' media company, Free Speech Systems, can now move forward. Net proceeds from any sales will go to the families who won an insanely ridiculous amount of money, $1.5 billion, because a few people, went to their Facebook pages and gave them a hard time. Look, Alex Jones did not tell those people to do that. Okay? If you want to sue anybody, you sue the people who are harassing you or breaking the law. They chose Alex Jones. They sued Alex Jones because someone told them to. Some lawyer backed by some shady individuals, in my opinion, told these families to sue Alex Jones, and a corrupt judge of the highest order enforced a ridiculous financial penalty. You want to sue Alex Jones for getting a story wrong? Fine, but $1.5 billion, a number that in a million years he couldn't have paid off anyway. This was not about giving the families some closure or some fair play because Alex Jones was wrong about something and people took his opinion and went and did crazy things. What about this guy from Ryan Routh? Is the mainstream media going to be held responsible for him? No. Is the mainstream media held responsible for Thomas Matthew Crooks and what he did? No, both of them clearly were on the mainstream media teat, though, consuming that Trump was dangerous, a danger to this country, and must be eliminated, and all this kind of stuff. Those individuals will be held individually responsible, as they should be. Some of Jones' followers harass and threaten the families, quote, for years. I don't know if that's any evidence. If there's no evidence, I assume that they showed something in court. But let's say that's true. Again, those people are the ones that broke the law, not Alex. He didn't tell people to harass them. He didn't tell them to go to their Facebook pages or show up at their houses or whatever they may have done. Free Speech System will now be sold at auction, meaning Alex Jones will no longer own or control the company that he built. This brings the family closer to their goal of holding him accountable for the harm that he's caused. He's not the one that walked into that school and did that stuff. He's not. So I don't understand I don't understand why these people have any issue with him. I would love to talk to one of them and ask them how many billions of dollars will bring. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm just saying that one news outlet has ever been toppled like this, and it's Alex Jones. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, ABC spread lies every single day. Although Fox did get that Dominion lawsuit. That's true about that. That's fair. It wasn't 1.5 billion, was it? You know, it wasn't 1.5 billion. The bankruptcy trustee said in court that several parties have already expressed interest in buying their assets, including specifically Jones's X account. So they're going to sell his X account. So he's going to lose that. The sale and proceeds with sealed bids, and then open auctions are set for November 13th and December 10th if needed. The bidders are unknown, and it could be from another vitamin and supplement seller to an entity trying to catch and destroy the Infowars brand. or for someone that wants it to live on. In fact, there's been interest in Jones' intellectual property assets, including his social media accounts, which might mean the latter is more likely. Would suggest to me that the highest monetary bidders are going to be entities in the United States that want to take the brand and run with it in some way. University of Florida bankruptcy law professor Chris Hampson says. That would mean someone in the right-wing media ecosystem that would have a ready-made audience for them. Legally, Jones would be free to continue working for the new entity, but talks are continuing between Jones and team and some of the family seeking a deal that would bar him from continuing to speak about that event. Fine. You know, you shouldn't be able to control your speech. That's a violation of his First Amendment rights. I'll worry about that after the election. You know, we'll worry about that after the election. So essentially, best case scenario here is somebody like Elon Musk comes in, buys Infowars, makes Alex Jones the CEO, and walks away. You know, Alex would no longer own the company he spent his life building, but Infowars would be relatively untouched. You see Owen Shroyer commenting on it. I recommend checking out his video about it.
All right, guys. Was not an easy thing to do, and there weren't really platforms out there that would host a guy like me or eventually give me a show and allow me to create my own content in the way that I see fit. But Infowars did. And it's now total confirmation that I made the right decision. And let me tell you, it was a decision that came with a lot of consequences. Some obvious. I was put in prison. I've been sued multiple times. I've been attacked. I've been assaulted. I've been censored across the internet.
I mean, all of these people are loyal to Alex. Alex is always welcome on my show. Anytime he wants to come on, any one of the Infowars hosts are welcome on my show anytime they want to come on. And what the judicial system has done here is selectively silenced, shut down a news outlet that they didn't like. This, in my opinion, had nothing to do with their families. No amount of money will ever bring back their loved ones. So why make it $1.5 billion? That is to silence him. I hope you're informed by this video. The best of luck to Alex in his pending restructure. We'll talk to you again real soon.